The latest news poll has revealed support for the Indigenous voice to Parliament has slumped to a new record low. Today's figures puts more pressure on the government in the lead up to the referendum after it's revealed more people oppose the voice rather than supporting it for the first time. Joining me live from Darwin is Yes 23 campaign spokesperson Jade Ritchie. Jade, so good to have you on the program. Thanks for coming on. Indigenous Affairs Minister Linda Burney says she's not paying too much attention to the polls on the voice and says she trusts the Australian people. But the latest news poll out today suggests the voice would fail if the referendum was held today. And the yes vote has fallen 3 points to a new low of just 43% and the no vote rising 4 points to 47%. Why do you think it's heading in the wrong direction at the moment?
Look, we knew this was going to be quite a lot of work, and, you know, history has shown that referendums are hard, and we're going to see a lot of polls between now and referendum day. What we're focused on, though, is getting those conversations out into communities. We're focused on people, not polls, and this is an opportunity to unite the nation, bring together all Australians to deliver better outcomes for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people on the ground.
The fall in support for the voice comes at the same time Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's personal approval ratings fell to their lowest level since the election, and a small lift for the coalition. How much of this fall in support for the voice hangs on the Prime Minister's shoulders at this point in time?
Well, as you've seen in the last week, we're taking this away from Parliament. This is moving from Canberra out into the communities where it should be, because this is a referendum about the Australian people. This is about Australians coming together and agreeing that First Nations people need to be recognised in the Constitution by way of a voice to Parliament.
A couple of weekends ago, I was talking with a sheep farmer in the Snowy Mountains and we were talking about the voice. And they said they're going to vote no because it would lead to him having to pay rent or a land tax to an Aboriginal council, even though he owns the land, and he'll need permission whenever he wants to do anything like plant crops or disturb the soil. Whether this is right or wrong, this is what farmers are believing in the country. How does the yes side convince people in the country, like farmers, that this may not be the case?
Well, this is why it's really important to have conversations and get the correct information out there into community. And that's what you're seeing now more than ever. We've got over 10,000 active volunteers. These conversations are happening in communities, at events, but also around kitchen tables. We truly believe the right information is getting out there, and we're seeing a lot of goodwill amongst people. And for those who aren't sure, if you're finding it hard to cut through the noise, go and check out the yes23.com.au website. There's plenty of correct information out there that explains that the voice to Parliament is an advisory body. It is to help Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people have a say in the matters that affect them. It's good decision making and it's constitutional recognition.
Okay, Jade Ritchie, thanks so much for joining us today. We've got to run.
Thank you for having me.